Those 4 University of Idaho students were learning now that just after 3 in the morning, police got a call about a disturbance outside a frat house, just a short walk from the crime scene. The murders happened not long after that call. But is there a connection? Jim Murray reports.
A mysterious 911 call sent cops rushing to the street the night the 4 University of Idaho students were murdered. Police logs from that fateful night show a disturbance in this field outside the Sigma Chi fraternity. The Moscow, Idaho Police daily activity log reveals officers responded to an alcohol offense at 3:01 a.m. That's right around the time police say the murders were committed. How close is that frat house to the murder scene? Let me show you. Here's the frat house. You walk across the street and right through these apartment buildings. You then continue up this narrow path, and then you walk up these wooden stairs. And there you are, right at the house. We spoke with Brian Enton, senior national correspondent for the cable news channel News Nation, which is airing a 1-hour special on the case Sunday.
There's a lot of fraternity and sorority houses, and an alcohol call wouldn't be out of the norm. But it's still just weird to think about the fact that the police were so close to this house around the time the murders were happening.
In a statement today to Inside Edition, police said the incident is unrelated to the murders. The frat house is also under the microscope because 2 of the victims, Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodle, partied there that night. Investigators are also revealing there was a 6th roommate who lived in the house who wasn't home that night. There was Ethan, Xana, Kaylee, and Madison, the 2 surviving roommates who slept through the attack, and now the 6th young lady whose name we are withholding. Detectives are aware of a 6th person listed on the lease at the residence, but do not believe that individual was present during the incident, a police statement says. There were scenes of raw emotion at a memorial service for all 4 victims at a church in Idaho. Among the mourners, Madison Mogan's boyfriend, Jake.
I know she's in heaven, and I can't wait to see her again.
Also classmates and sorority sisters.
My heart aches knowing I can't see her again in this lifetime. We'll find justice for you, Ethan, Maddie, and Kaylee. We love you.
Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is for education purpose only. This is a case of the IDAHO 4. This is all my thoughts, speculations. A 911 call was made at 3:01 from Sigma Chi or outside Sigma Chi. We have always believed that the 3:01 alcohol stop or 911 call was made for the Banfield boys. But today I want to show you all that it's 2 separate incidents. Pay attention to the timing above. This is on the 13th of November 2022. The unfortunate day these horrific crimes took place. The time is 2:55 a.m. and 40 seconds. That is exactly when you see a car light or truck light, headlight flashing from above the hill of 1122 Kings Road. There's a reason I want to discuss this timeline, because the 2 911 calls are not related. They're not related at all. You can see the Banfield boys standing out on the field with the police. Pay attention to the time, 2:55. The stop started actually at 2:54. And the call, the 911 call, was made at 3:01. So it's 2 separate incidents. We've always heard that there was a fight that took place at the Sigma Chi fraternity party. I do understand that many college students wear Van's shoes. But Van's footprint, diamond pattern footprint, was discussed in the beginning of this case. You see one of the Banfield boys wearing Vans. And I've seen DM wearing Vans shoe. Could these boys have come from the crime scene? I've always asked that question. When I started analyzing these videos in the beginning of this case, I've always said that I personally believe it was the frats that were involved. I said I still believe it's two separate incidents. I've always said that Ethan and Xana were not unalived last. They were unalived first. Maddie and Kaylee were unalived after 2:53 a.m. The police said it was a quiet night. Far from it. I believe that's a black truck that passed by Banfield at 3 a.m. in the morning. You see the lights coming on and off. The reason the camera is shaking is it's the police body cam. So I apologize. The police is standing there with Saeed. This was the only picture that we saw of Ethan that night with these triplets, Maisie and Hunter, and Maisie's roommate. They went to the Betty's ball. That was between 8 to 9 p.m. Xana's father said that Xana was at home that night. There was a couple of parties going on that night. Kappa Alpha Theta at the University of Idaho. Look at the timing. That was at 7:17 p.m. Ethan and Xana, or Ethan and the triplets party, the Betty Ball, started at 8 to 9 p.m. We are going to get you for that, Maddie. That's what Showalter said. He passed a threat. That's when Kaylee says, Maddie, what did you tell Adam? And Maddie says, I told Adam everything. What could have Maddie told Adam that made them a hit? That made them targets? Everyone knows to take threats seriously. How is it possible that Showalter was rolled out first? After so many people who worked with him in Boise, Idaho, college students in Idaho, Moscow, were saying that he got kicked out of his flats for SCXUAL harassments. Ethan got him kicked out of his flats because he was harassing females, allegedly. Maddie and Kaylee got him kicked out of the corner club. Does Showalter mean we're going to get you for that, Maddie? Because of you, Maddie, and Kaylee, I got kicked out. He had a scar on his face at the grub truck. Could he have been kicked out and was he waiting for the girls outside the grub truck? It's possible. 2 girls from the sororities were witness to him getting thrown out for harassing females, especially Maddie and Kaylee. Wrote it on Facebook. They said they were there with their aunt. The auntie actually wrote it down. And she said that we told the police that he got kicked out for harassing females. Another young female who worked with him at the Flatbread Bakery in Boise, Idaho, said that she literally had to slap him to get him to move from her face. He was right in front of her face. And she said that she wasn't the only person he had problems with. It was with all the female workers. This can't be a coincidence. These people are calling BK an incel. Showalter could be an antisocial personality disorder behavior. Allegedly, we heard he was throwing unalived animals, coyotes, outside girls' sororities, allegedly. I don't know why people would say he was escorting them home. The girls wouldn't run away from him. They wouldn't ditch him. They were fed up of him. And he was caring. Could that be David Lodge, his white truck? I've shown you pictures with him sitting behind the truck with his friends. They were chilling. Could this truck have come to collect Adam and Jack D, allegedly?
It just looks like it's Kaylee and Maddie walking home, and then I think the Adam they're referring to is just the bartender at the corner bar.
This is bartender Adam Lauda at the Corner Club Sports Bar where Kaylee and Madison were drinking the night they were stabbed to death. And this is Adam playing with Kaylee's dog, Murphy. He is not a suspect. And what about the guy in the video walking close to Kaylee and Madison? He is the same guy seen in this video at the food truck. Madison can be heard giving him a brush off. Police say they have also cleared him. And now, new body cam video shows police responding to a noise complaint at the murder house on Labor Day weekend, more than 2 months before the slayings. It sure sounds like Party Central. A loud party is going on, but none of the girls are home. 2 men answer the door while other partygoers have fled.
Who does live here? What are their names?
I am actually not sure.
I've been a cop for 22 years here. I'm not stupid. Don't play dumb games with me.
The cops contact Madison Mogan by phone.
You have a house full of random people. You need to let them know that the noise needs to come down, okay?
I'm just frustrated. I'm also so sorry once again.
The video offers further proof that lots of people had easy access to the house where the 4 were brutally murdered.
In the very beginning of this case, we were told that there were 3 unidentified male DNAs found inside and outside the house, besides the knife sheath. That is not even proper DNA, that's touch DNA. 2.5 years has passed, and now we're hearing of 3 mixed male unidentified DNAs found under Maddie's nail. There was red liquid found, a DNA of red liquid found on the railing inside the house. The black glove is from Banfield. I have showed thousands of videos explaining that, and I'm surprised they even released the Banfield and the grub truck videos. That is where I exposed everything from the very beginning. People yelling out Zana's name at the grub truck, what Jovita was watching, what Hayden was watching, the guy with the long hair, what Saeed was watching at the Banfield, what the Banfield boys were watching, although we couldn't see their phone devices. This was a party venue, a party central. Why are they making it seem like one man who lost the plot just decided to pick this random house, come and unalive 4 people within 15 minutes? Make this make sense. The timeline was always between 2 to 3, and then later on they said 3 to 4. Somewhere between 2 to 3:30 is where we see all the movements going on, figures running, a female yelling, "Stop it, stop," people on the grub truck watching these pictures on their phone, Saeed watching the Banfield. While he was at Banfield, he was watching these pictures. I don't believe Jovita or Saeed are directly involved, because common sense would tell us that they are watching it. While they were watching it, somebody was sending these pictures around. Were they sending it on Yik Yak? Which app were they sending it on? Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok? Name it. And it's possible, because we've heard of all these apps that DM and BF were using. DM was actually taking pictures. People had easy access to this house. One of the private Uber drivers told the local news in IDAHO, Moscow, that he used to drive people there to buy rugs. This was the party central of gathering, partying, rugs. I have it on good authority. Cousin is a cop in a nearby town, but called in to help in Moscow. One school started back up. Apparently, the investigation is looking directly at the Sigma Chi frat party. Ethan and Zana attended from 8 to 9 p.m. that night. He did not have any update on their timelines after they left 9 to 1:45, but did say it looks like the investigation is honing in on 2 suspects from the party that night. An update should publicly name them at the end of this week. The 2 suspects was David L. and David B., allegedly. Lodge and Baracho. I've always believed the 4chan. I've never doubted the 4chan. Whoever was the anonymous person who was writing it was trying to give us the clue. It could have been Hunter Chapin. It could have been Maisie. It could have been someone close to these victims who wanted these people to be caught. Why was the police horning in to the Sigma Chi fraternity? Because they were overall that night. Number 9, number 8, David Lodge, his 2 buddies with him. Half of the people at the grub truck were from Sigma Chi and other frats. Sometimes they say the truth is right in front of our eyes. But yet again, they're trying to distract us. Be woke, stay woke. Many theories will come out. Especially theories that don't make sense at all. Doesn't mean it's wrong, but it doesn't mean it's right either. But I always stick to certain things that I see in front of my eyes. That's part of cognitive behavior therapy. We're supposed to be observant. We're supposed to be watching everything, behaviors, patterns, things that are happening. And that's why I've researched so hard, observed so hard, till I zoomed into each and every person's camera. Some people still laugh at me and say, what is these blurry pictures? But everyone sees what they see. I've spent 2.5 years analyzing this. And I'm so thankful that they let us watch the grub truck, Banfield. I wish there was a camera inside Corner Club. It's all in front of our face. David Lott could see directly from his window to 1122 Kings Road. He could see when the lights go off on the 2nd and 3rd floor. That's the time they were going to do it. That was the 19-minute theory that I've always spoken about from the very beginning. I started re-talking about it recently, the last 2 months. But I've always told you, walk with me with the 19 minutes theory. The figures were running at 3:12. Go back 19 minutes, 2:53. 2:52 is when the girls made the last call to Jack D. 2:55 you hear a female yelling, "Stop it, stop," from the police's body cam. 2:54 is when the Banfield stop started. And I believe the Banfield boys did not come from Matt's house. They came from the crime scene. One of them has a glove on. A black glove. And one black glove was found in the crime scene. Look at what Saeed is watching. The Sigma Chi fraternity boys had a lovely view. They had 1122 Kings Road as the view. And let's not forget, unfortunately, the victims on the 2nd and 3rd floor did not have any curtains. People could see directly into the house, and people were partying in the house. They would know exactly which floor to go into. They would know when the lights go off. And for all you know, the surviving roommates, allegedly, or somebody inside could have been working with them. The person with the green hoodie and black mask was seen in front of 1122 Kings Road at 3:30 a.m. A snap was taken on Snapchat Geo and was being sent around. The person in the pink mask is allegedly DM. Not sure. And the first picture next to the person on the pink mask is supposed to be Quinn. One is supposed to be Quinn Kelly, DM's boyfriend, and DM. I'm just saying these are rumors that were going around, but it's worth looking at. Now that we know that Snapchat is involved, TikTok is involved, Yik Yak is involved, Indeed app is involved, Instagram is involved, and they were texting each other. They were saving, creating contact numbers like DM was doing. And BF was taking pictures. What's behind the 3 a.m. phone call the night of the unalivings? That is not the same phone call at Banfield, because Banfield started at 2:54. So this is 2 different incidents. The 4 figures were running from here to the Sigma Chi fraternity. That's why from day one, I was not a YouTube creator who said the frats need to be investigated properly, because they were doing all the activities that night. We can't ignore that. Look at the grub truck. Look at Banfield. Look at the corner club. They all were ruled out. Sigma Chi was under investigation. This is the call I've always been interested in, 301. They're trying to confuse us by saying Taylor Avenue. No. Banfield Taylor Avenue started at 2:54. When the police call comes in, it'll be logged in on the exact time. This was a fight that happened outside the Sigma Chi. Let's not forget, they said they would not take phones. They didn't want the Wi-Fi of 1122 to connect to their phones. Ethan and Zana got unalived after 2 a.m.
We give it to people, but yes, sir. Would you like chicken or pork? Got it. Grumpy or happy? $9.50 for that.
Polar opposites, no in between them. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I got one chicken taco right here for you.
And then really ordered 94.
No, that's too damn bad.
Thank you. Love it. All right, that's one again. No, there's no noodles over here. Okay. Actually,
Ethan, let's go. This is what is happening at 2 a.m. The pictures are not clear. This looks like a man. That looks like two people on the floor, unfortunately. That's Zan and Ethan. Since they're yelling out Zan and Ethan's name, Ethan, let's go. Was there a fight club? I see many people there. These pictures are blurry, but the FBI could have easily confiscated all these phones. That looks like Ethan on the floor, someone on the floor. Is that somebody lying on the floor? Allegedly. I wonder if this is the kitchen at 1122 Kings Road. What is Joe Vito watching on his phone? What is he carrying in his pant? Could that be a cable? Kaylee in the sitting position. Now that I put most of my research together from the beginning up to now of what I've analyzed and put up first on YouTube, everything I've spoken about, for me personally, it's starting to make complete sense. It was two separate targets. Ethan and Xander were taken out first. May the rest in peace. Maddie and Kaylee was taken out after 2:53. The middle guy has on a black glove. I've shown y'all over 100 times. And there was one black glove found at the crime scene. Could these be the three unidentified male DNAs found in the scene? Or was it the four figures running? I believe these three, and Saeed could have been involved in Ethan and Xana, is unaliving when you look at the timelines. Because they're standing here. They already came running from the house because he has on clearly one glove. If you go back to all my videos, I even showed you all the middle guy searching for his glove. He keeps on touching each and every pocket. He realizes he missed something. And you can see he has on one black glove. It's not a shadow, it's a black glove. Was it BF who was sending them these pictures, since she was taking pictures? Or was it DM sending it on Yik Yak? Or Instagram, or Snapchat? Let me know, guys, what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe. May the four victims rest in peace, and may the correct justice be served.